Alright lads, what's happening? He's behind you! Fucking where? I'm Lawrence CHANEY from RuPaul's Drag Race UK Series 2. This week we had to test our acting chops yet again in the semi-final and act in BeastEnders. Beast! A parody version of the soap opera EastEnders. I mean, it kind of threw in a few soap operas, but they didn't include River City, so I was very upset. And on the runway we had to serve our best Pantomime Dame realness. So if you want to see how I got ready for the runway this week for the semi-final of RuPaul's Drag Race UK, then keep on watching. Can you believe we're at the second last Get Ready With Me video on my channel? But never worry, do not fear, alright? Did I say that right? Never worry? Well, yeah. You never worry. I have plenty more YouTube content coming, so let me know in the comments down below what you would like to see. I'm sure you'll let me know what you'd like to see, especially if you hate me and you want me removed off YouTube. You'll let me know. Now, yous have seen enough of these videos to know that I do my makeup routine exactly the same way all the time. This week's no different. I'm going to start with my eyebrows, but I'm going to angle them up a wee bit higher and arch them more. Right, I'm going to go ahead and set these eyebrows, and then we're going to worry about them being symmetrical and not looking too much like the McDonald's. Do you know what I mean? For my foundation today, I'm using this incredible foundation that it's all the word on the street right now. It's the Primark foundation and contour stick, and as you can see here, it's buildable and it's blendable. Do you know what I mean? So we're going to go ahead and cut down these eyebrows and make them look less just filling this fucking 5 head in with the rest of my foundation. Right now it looks like streaky bacon, and my beauty blender is still stained pink from the fucking Stones look, but it was worth it because I looked stunning. That's tea, actually. If you haven't watched it, go and have a watch at last week's episode because I looked stunning, like a rhinestoned Patrick Star. Not the makeup artist, the one from SpongeBob.
No! This is Patrick!
Oh, let me dust this powder off of my Lawrence CHANEY official merchandise available at dragmerchuk.net. I'm going to go ahead and contour my forehead before cutting the underbrow with white, so it's a nice clean line, because yous know by now I love a clean line. Who doesn't? I mean, in the words of Veronica Green, it's time to get past started. Right now!
Well, I think it's about time to get this party started. Right now!
My god, my forehead's so spotty, it's like the fucking temples of doom. To give some depth to my eyebrows, starting at light and then making the brows darker, I'm going to take some of the shades of green from the Beauty Bay Bright Matte palette, and I'm just going to deepen the brows before we cut them with the white concealer. I'm taking my white from my Krylon TV paint stick in shade 070, which is proper white. I made a mistake when I was younger and I bought the 000 shade because I thought 000 would be like the start, but that was like yellowy white.
Was it?
Yes, it just matched my teeth. No, I had so much fun in the puppet challenge this week, and what a crazy, what do you call it when something's not planned? Coincidence! It was a coincidence that I got Ellie as a puppet. I was shooketh. I really wanted like Bimini. I find that I can do a really good Bimini impression. You just kind of like, can't go a bit like this and you'll be bullish. But anyway, I didn't get Bimini, so I had to fucking wipe away my upset at that, and I got Ellie Diamond. Now, listen, we may have fallen out in the previous week, but nevertheless, I had super fun kind of making fun of her Ellie Diamondisms. No, but I didn't want it to come off too mean because I knew, like, yes, me and Ellie were in kind of a bad place, but I knew that it wouldn't last forever because me and Ellie always work ourselves out of bad things. We've been through loads of ups and downs. We were in a down, and I knew we were going to go right back up. It's like a fucking roller coaster. It's like a roller coaster at the Blackpool Pleasure Beach. So take from that what you will, but I don't want Ellie Diamond anywhere near my pleasure beach. If you know what I'm saying. Now we've done the forehead section, we've made sure the eyebrows are as symmetrical as we can right now. I'm going to move on to my nose contour and the rest of my foundation. I'm using the same old brown from the Makeup Forever Fake Flash palette by iMagic. iMagic? Yes. iMovie, yeah, that's right. So I want the starting points to be the beginning parts of the eyebrows, so it's very snatched. You want to make sure these lines are symmetrical, so don't f*** them up like I am, because if they don't look symmetrical, your nose is going to look very, very broken. Right now I'm just going to finger this contour out so it's nice and soft. Right now brush off the excess so you don't look like you've been at a bit. Do you know what I mean? You keep that chin up, yeah? All three of them. Next up, it's the stage that you all, I know, look forward to. It's when I suddenly have a neckline. There we go. Oh, yeah. Yeah, just see that? That's a f***ing neck. A lot of people have said to me, Lawrence, why did you do such a harsh neck contour? But all I'm saying is after speaking to Raven and Raven gave me some makeup tips.
Please stop immediately.
Y'all can't tell me nothing because I asked Raven, I said, now my cheeks are very soft. What about this line I draw on my neck? And she said, no, that's fine because you've got no neck. Oh, thanks Raven, thanks a bunch. When I read the script initially, I was a bit nervous about playing Phyllis Bitchell because it said that she was a lesbian because she fancied Thought Bottom. And playing a lesbian last time got me in the bottom. I was, you know, nervous, but I thought to myself, Lawrence, we've all got a bottom sometimes, right? You're gonna be fine. The first take we did of it, I had to kick the door open, really dramatic, walk in and go, me! So Bimini ended up slamming the door so hard that when I kicked it, I fell backwards into a whole load of bins. The door wouldn't open, so I kept shaking the door, popped my head through and said, Michelle, do you want me to keep going? And then she started laughing and said, yeah, keep going, Lawrence. And I was like, okay. Me! You know, that was really funny. Now I'm going to use my very much destroyed Revolution blush palette. I'm going to take the kind of pinkish shades. I'm going to take this and pop it right on the end of the nose. I think it was amazing that on Drag Race we kind of paid tribute to Panto Dames because the UK has such a huge, rich history of Panto Dames because Panto Dames were about for years and years and years and years before Drag Race, before Stanley Baxter, before Danny LaRue. Panto Dames were really the only time you could see people in drag. I think the last Panto I went to was Dick Whittington, and that's only because Dick was in the name of the show.
Filth!
This is the thing I genuinely think. Taste looked amazing tonight on the runway, but my god, that was not a Panto Dame. I've never in my puff seen a Panto Dame that wears full ostrich feather boas as a bustle at the back. That was way too glamorous. I don't know why, but I always just think the kind of go-to facial expression for a Panto Dame is like, oh! So you want to kind of add into that curved cheek shape. So it constantly looks like you're about to smile. Unlike me, because I just always look like I'm about to cry. That's what you call anxiety depression. Now that's my base all done, contoured and blushed. I'm now going to go on to the eyes. So as always, I'm going to use my NYX Epic Ink what is it called? It's NYX Epic Ink eyeliner. I should know the name off by heart, but do you know what? I'm shit with names. And this is a great thing about this liner and the way I do my makeup. You see that f*** up there? That won't matter soon. But it sure is annoying right Right, so it's looking a wee bit rough, it's looking a wee bit messy around the edges. But this is a good enough base for me to start using my Revolution Times Alexis Stone, I was about to say Alexis Michelle, Alexis Stone palette. I'm going to use some purple eyeshadows just to start off. Just slap all this shit on. Just keep building and building and building and layering all that shit on your eyes. Joker, more like class clown. What? Wow. There we go, now it's all completely unblended. The next job is to blend it. Okay. What I find is when you're working with black eyeshadow, you do need to sometimes do the black eyeshadow more than once and kind of build it up in layers, because it's better to do less than more and then you regret it. I will say, after me and Ellie's argument, I did think there would be me and Ellie against each other because we were scene partners, but I'm so glad it was Ellie versus Taste. Not for any shady reason, but my god, it was such a good lip sync. Jeez. There's two things I know Ellie Diamond can do. It's make a complete outfit out of fun fur in the same silhouette and turn a killer lip sync.
Period.
Right, it's looking a wee bit rough around the edges and I do look a bit more like a Monster High doll than a Panto Dame. But I'm going to go in with the Huda Beauty Matte and Metal Melted Shadow. I'm just going to use the matte side, which is like a yellow concealer. Now I'm using yellow eyeshadow from the Revolution and Alexis Stone palette. I'm coating it on this brush and I'm gonna... oh yeah. Now because it's very messy, I'm going to go back in with my NYX Epic Ink eyeliner and sharpen everything, make it look a wee bit more bold and gorgeous, smoke it out again and trust the process, alright? There we go! Now I'm going to highlight my brow bone. There we go, wait. Whoa. Now we're going to zoom out of this shot so it's less homophobic, and I'm going to do my lips and my finishing touches. Now these lips are just a light sketch that look like I've used brown to outline them, but to fill them in I am using my MAC liquid lipstick in Espresso and a Huda Beauty liquid matte lipstick in Sugar Mama. Well.
Next question. See ya.
I've cleaned up round my lips and I'm very aware of the fact that they look fucking mental, but they're not meant to be posed in like this or anything like that. You're meant to be like Panto Dame vibes. Right, we're done. Now I'm going to go off camera, throw on my wig, my frock, my bra, my tits, my hips, my pads, my panties, and I'll be right back with the final look.
It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity.
And this is the final look. Oh my god, I am so glad I was able to pay tribute to Panto Dames this week on the runway. I love going to a Panto, especially at Christmas time. It tickles my For my Panto Dame look, I really wanted to think outside of the box and think, if Lawrence Chaney was in a pantomime, what would Lawrence Chaney wear? This is the outfit Lawrence Chaney would wear at a pantomime. Now the ironic thing is, and I know you'll all be reading me in the comments, yes, I am crafty, I am creative and I love sewing, but I didn't sew this outfit and a few other outfits I've worn on Drag Race. But listen, we all had to get ready in like 3 weeks, so chill out, okay? So this outfit was made by a Newcastle drag legend, Opium, and you can find them on Instagram at A Queen Called Opium. They are amazingly talented. This outfit is made of a poly cotton, and it's backed with canvas in certain areas, especially the waistband. So, I had grown during this lockdown, so I needed it let out a little bit. So then my friend Connor at Get Frocked UK had a look at it and said, baby, we don't need to let it out a bit, we need to re-render the whole vibe of this. So I'm just so sad I wasn't able to wear it as it was, because the version Opium made was all mint, and then we used the lilac pattern sewing fabric to break that mint up and add a kind of contrast. But what we ended up having to do was using that leftover mint fabric from the huge skirt that Opium had made me, and we had to cut bias binding out of it, and that is the bias binding you see before you, and all the frills. I wanted to show Opium's work off, and I ended up just showing off my lockdown weight gain. As a finishing touch, I made the dressmaker's pins and sewing machine fascinator. Thank you very much. I made the dressmaker's pins by buying knitting needles, taking the heads off them, buying polystyrene balls, painting them mint, popping them on the knitting needle, and then voila, stabbing them into the puffy sleeves themselves. And the sewing machine itself, I'd love to say it's a Singer-owned brand, but alas, it is not. It is probably an Amazon cardboard box that I've cut up, paper mache'd, spray painted yellow, and drawn a whole load of branding over it to try and make it not look like cardboard, do you know what I mean? So what did you think of this Panto Dame look? Are you ready to see the adult Panto I would star in?
No!
It'd have to be an adult one because I swear too much. If you're Team Lawrence Chaney, then remember to hashtag it, tweet it, fucking email RuPaul, do whatever you can do, because I so badly want to bring that crown home for Glasgow, represent the Scottish girls. I think I've represented Scotland so fiercely this season. I'm so proud of all the work I've done, except Snatch Game. Anyway, thank you so much for all of your support and love, and I personally cannot wait for the finale. Who's gonna win? Are you Team Ellie? Are you Team Bimini? Are you Team Tace? Or are you f***ing Team Loza? Huh? No pressure! But whose YouTube channel are you on? Thank you so much for all your love and support, and I'll see you in the next one. Oh, whoa! Whoa!